Theaters went dark and museums closed when the pandemic struck.
When will the lights come back on, and when will the music play again? And when will it feel safe to explore every niche of a museum? This morning, we're joined by Cynthia Ryder, Managing Director of Hartford Stage, and Tom Loughman, Director and CEO of the Wadsworth Atheneum. Thank you both for joining us this morning.
Morning, and thank you.
Thank you. Let me begin with you, Mr. Loughman. Give us a quick sense of how you improvised over the past year.
Well, it's been a crazy time. No one expected for the pandemic to have this kind of effect early on. In February, we were thinking maybe it was a regionalized phenomenon rather than a global, simultaneous, and complete crisis. We did a lot here at the Wadsworth to try to maintain order and continuity through the crisis. We made a commitment to try to preserve human capital, both our volunteer base, our visitor base, our employee base, keep them engaged and productive in things. We looked into strategic planning in a meaningful way. Some people said that's crazy. Nothing's certain. How can you plan? And in fact, it's proven to be the thing we most needed to do.
Did you close down, if I can interrupt, did you have to close down completely at one point, and then did you open back up partially? How did that work?
We did. We were closed for 6 months, from March 13th until September 5th. And weeding through the decisions to reopen, how could we make a safe workplace? And then how could we make a safe public place, which are parallel but definitely bespoke issues. We navigated both, and we've been open since September 5th, 3 days a week, with different hours than we had before. And the public is coming.
Great. Ms. Ryder, same question to you, what the past year was like and how you improvised.
Like the Wadsworth, we had to close all and stop all live performances in March. We canceled the end of Jane Eyre. We canceled the final 3 shows of last season. And then in the summer, when we realized this was going to go on longer, we had to cancel all our live performances for the 2021 season. But we immediately pivoted to doing online programming. We did all of our summer day camps for kids online. So we had kids doing musical theater online, taking teen classes. We have more people enrolled in our fall and winter online education classes than we had last year at this same time. We're offering for all Hartford resident children. All of our online education programs are free for them right now during the pandemic. So we're having more people participate that way. Right now, if during this season, we are looking ahead for more virtual programming until, of course, it doesn't substitute for the live experience. But we're trying as much as we can to still be of service to the community in this time. And the community is really coming back. We've done a lot of fundraising. We just finished our annual A Christmas Carol. We redid it was called a community carol, which was a great pleasure. And I certainly did some of my holiday shopping over at the Wadsworth gift shop. So I can attest to what a great thing it was to have that beautiful museum open during the holidays and beyond.
So, Ms. Ryder, you've had to cancel your 2021 season, which goes far into this new year. When do you expect that you'll be able to resume performances with hundreds of people happily sitting in the seats at the Hartford stage?
Well, your crystal ball of public health is probably as good as mine, but we certainly are feeling very hopeful. We hope that in the fall of 21, we'll be able to bring people together again in larger groups. That's what we're aiming for now, and maybe even have some children together for summer youth programs sooner than that this summer. That all depends on public health, so we all have to be, we like to plan, like everybody, we wish we had it. So that's what we're planning for, and we hope that public health allows that.
Mr. Loughman, same question. What do you see as we move into 2021?
Yeah, well, one of the things we pioneered last summer was activating our outdoor spaces a lot more around the museum. And so many people took part in live music outside, gallery talks around public art here in the neighborhood. And we have a plan to continue that. We have no, as Cynthia says, it's a fractured crystal ball at best. But we're extending our programs so that people who want to come will have a greater chance of coming when it's safer. Safety has been key concern in all directions. And I can't stress enough that this hopeful moment we're in right now of the vaccines coming online, I hope, means that come summertime, come Memorial Day or sometime like that, we may be seeing more normal visitation.
Ms. Ryder, when you do resume live performances at Hartford Stage, do you think that as a result of what you've learned in 2020 that you'll also maintain and expand your online programs?
I absolutely do. I think we're learning a lot from the online. One, that it isn't as good as live performance, but two, there are things that are wonderful. We've been doing a monthly Seen and Heard program. I bet we'll do more pre and post show conversations with actors and creators and designers that people can join in, but before they come to show, after they see a show, or maybe they don't get to see the show at all, but they get to do that. And I'm sure for online education programs, that access point is really important. I am positive we're going to find some ways to really use that to serve people better.
Mr. Loughman, same question for you. Do you think you'll sustain your online programs as you've expanded them by necessity?
Absolutely. But pre-pandemic, it was a nice to have. And it was a nice to have the virtual experiences within the building for in-person visitors. Everyone's telling us to expect the digital to be an assumed must-have going forward. Everything from the first point of contact with the museum, the first experiences with art need to be happening online, and the first conversations with art will probably be happening online. But as Cynthia says, nothing replaces the in-person. It's not about a competitive zero sum there. It really is an additive layer of experience that the world's ready for and asking for.
All right. Well, thank you both so much for joining us, and we wish the best to you and all the other arts organizations in the state and in the nation in this coming year. So, thank you, Cynthia Ryder and Tom Loughman, very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
Same to you.
That's it for our first show of the new year. We hope you'll make it one of your resolutions to join us each Sunday right here on Face the State.